it's safe so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
What is up, everybody? It's just a little bit of trouble. Oh, god damn it, dude, sitting on my freaking couch again, man. Always sitting on my freaking couch. It's like, let me go to the arcade, sit in the arcade chair, do some arcade stuff. I guess let's go to my office here. Wow, okay, I guess you gotta be sitting directly on the right side of the chair to sit down. All right, welcome back to Rob's Arcade. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me. Decided just to kind of jump into a video here before work today to do a little Monday motivation. Just kind of kick it with you guys for a short bit here. Don't really have anything planned per se for today, but I do typically do a video to kind of kick off the month. Sometimes throughout the month, and then of course to try to wrap things up as we come to a close. And I feel like I just kind of hopped in here with you guys, but I thought, why not take a few minutes and check in, see how your 4th of July weekend. And I just kind of checked in before we got into this 4th of July. Excuse me there. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Stay safe. Didn't blow off any fingertips with fireworks. I always have a great flashback to 4th of July, and I'm going to share that story here in just a few minutes. But before I do that, I just wanted, like I said, make sure you guys had a great time. If you want to, jump down into that comment section. Maybe leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys were up to. If you did any beach time. I'm going to talk about that here in a second too, I think, actually. And just, let me know how you're doing in general. And then while you're doing that, I'm going to open up my little breakfast bar here because I haven't really had my breakfast yet. And you guys can comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz while I open this guy up here. Just go ahead and take a few seconds to do that. And I didn't really do much myself for the 4th of July. It's a new job. I was actually working, but I did do my typical tradition for the 4th of July and kind of added a little bit of a spice to it, a little something different, which is actually really nice. I was really digging it. Basically, like with everything, I like to celebrate through movies, cinema, marathons, whether it's Christmas, Halloween, even Easter. I have a couple of movies throughout the summer. I have Michael Bay days of summer. We do a Michael Bay marathon. But July is a lot of fun because we have, excuse me, I didn't tune in to listen to you chew, dude. 4th of July, some really cool movies. Sandlot, one of them. A lot of horror movies. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did. Graveyard Shift. There's a few others out there I can't really think of right now. But Jaws is, of course, the iconic one. Threatening to shut down the beach for 4th of July weekend with this killer shark. I love watching that movie on 4th of July. And I found these really cool, hot dog trays and food trays. They're 4th of July themed, kind of something you might get at a beach, and you get a hot dog or something. And so you do your typical grilling out and all of that. So we deep fried some French fries and tater tots and did hot dogs, and then had these really cool paper trays, and it just really added it was really fun. It was I didn't think, I was this is gonna be kind of cool, I think. And then the actual vibe of watching a beach movie and then having that cookout food with a beach vibe to it. Beautiful. I had to work that evening, so I kind of did that an early lunch. Let's kick off Jaws kind of early, start up some lunch, get some chili going, some onions, and yeah, it was really cool. So that was kind of like my 4th of July. Not a lot of my, it was really weird. Like not a lot of my friends even like really hit me up to do anything. I know like most of them were either kind of busy doing their own thing or knew that I had to work. Uh, but it's like I was really surprised that like a few of my buddies like from my last job that we've been trying to get together and do something. I know they were free and they were off. None of them like really hit me up to do anything, so I was kind of surprised, to be honest. And actually, I was like just messaging a couple of them because I hadn't heard from. Like, dude, are you guys okay? Like, did you blow your fingers off with fireworks and stuff like that? But I know how it goes. Like, I meant to actually um, hit up my buddy Buck, whose beautiful voice you heard at the beginning of this intro, and see if he wanted to jam out on some Mortal Kombat before I went into work this weekend. But it's kind of like time gets away from you, so I know how it goes. But yeah, it was kind of a quiet, kind of like a dull. Didn't really feel very much like a big 4th of July blowout. I saw a lot of people out dressed up in their red, white, blue, with their sparklers and that kind of thing, and it was kind of a very low key. Just almost, it didn't even, it was weird. It didn't even feel like a Saturday. Um, for me, which is really bizarre. I'm like trying to keep up with what day of the week it is. Even now, it's like I said, I was like, oh man, it's Monday. Let me go ahead and jump in here and just kind of like see how you guys are doing and just kind of touch base and kind of kick off this month here as we get into this new month of July. It's crazy. I can't believe July is already here. Um, we got a few more weeks left, and then, gosh, I feel like school will be starting up, which is, I mean, I'm already getting kind of hyped for Halloween as it is, which is crazy. It's almost like as soon as, yeah, the fireworks die down, yeah, I'm already kind of looking forward to like Halloween and the fall and all of that. But I like July a lot. Like I said, I was going to kind of jump into some of that, and the reason for that is not only do you have like Jaws, but then there's also um, Shark Week itself, which is one of my favorite, oh man, times of the year. Talk about movies and marathons and things like that. And this is one of those things like, television wise, there's not a lot of television events that I look forward to. I'm not one of those like, oh, the Super Bowl or, oh, the Emmys or whatever that, it's just like, I don't watch the Oscars. I don't, I'm not like that. I'm watching the big tennis. What is it? I don't even know what it's like, the Wembley or something. I don't know. I don't think the golf tournaments. There's not a lot of televised events that I jump into, but Shark Week is definitely one. And in fact, I've even done like some cool, like let's have some fun on GTA with, Shark Week, and played story mode and have gone like kind of like shark hunting and on an expedition here within this game as well, just to kind of highlight and celebrate how much I do enjoy, that 7 day long, just extravaganza of, like, I'm terrified of sharks. They freak me out so much. I absolutely terrified, which is crazy because I don't really go in the water. And that's one reason why. It's like if I don't go in there, there's like zero chance, right? Everybody's like, oh, the chances of you getting attacked by a shark are like, no, look, even that 1%, for me, it's not worth it. I have played video games like this one and others that have used like sharks and shark attacks within the game. It is so terrifying to me. It will literally like make my hands tingle and sweat immediately. I feel like I'm in that situation, and no, it's awful. But I love Shark Week. It's so crazy. As much as they terrify me, as much as they freak me out, I love watching them in their natural habitat. just seeing like what just what they're capable of. And then it's like also too it's one of those things like it kind of frustrated because I feel like a lot of times some of the answers that these guys are looking for can be found in the research that other shark, and maybe it's just like they haven't at the point of filming these things like actually interacted with other investigators, so there's just not that piece of commentary, if that makes any sense, within the documentaries and stuff. But I'm like watching these things sometimes and going like, oh my gosh, guys, I just watched an hour long special about you know mm, their food patterns, and it really matches up well with what you're talking about with their reproductive patterns and like where they migrate for all of that. So it's like I love watching that. Like you can almost kind of connect the dots sometimes between um, the different habits and what do they call them? Like their migratory tracks that they take. But then it's also just the beautiful like slow motion breaches and the water splashing and just that cool. It's very get home from work, chill out, do some gardening, throw on some nature shows like Shark Week or something, and it's just a very cool vibe. So I love July, um, and then also not only is it like Shark Week and Jaws and all of that, but like I said, it's a cool time because it gets me kind of hyped for Halloween. Like I said, there's a lot of cool horror movies that take place around this time of year. Um, with summer camp being a thing going on at the Y, I used to love to watch like Friday the 13th movies during summertime. So that's become kind of like a thing that I also like to do in July. And then there's also been a couple times. Is there one? Let's see something. Is there a July or Friday the 13th this summer? Oh, that'd be so cool if there was, man. Doesn't look like we have one until November. I feel like last year, yeah, last year we did, and that was really cool too. It's like just kind of hanging out on a Friday the 13th during the summertime, watching those movies and everything. But yeah, also the beach. It was funny. A buddy of mine asked me about the beach, which was I thought that was kind of like where that was going to. Like he asked me if I liked the beach. I was like, "Are you inviting me to the beach?" And then it was just like, it's like a random question. Do you like peaches? And I thought about it. I was like, I guess so. I like the beach, I guess, as much as the next person. And then I kind of I really did. I thought about it for a minute, and then I was like, no, don't think that I really do. You know, like, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I think it was like packing tape being. I heard something in the living room. I guess maybe somebody's opening up some packages or something. It was really weird. It almost sounded like at first like wind, like what the fuck is that coming down the hallway? Anyway, but yeah, I started thinking about it. I was like, God, yeah, like I really don't like the beach. And then like I said, I mentioned like I didn't really do anything for the 4th of July. Uh, but there's like a part of that is like, maybe if I had like a girlfriend or something, right? And we were dating, and it was like, oh, let's go to the beach and let's hang out. That sounds great. I don't know if I would want to go to the beach. If if there's something that she wanted to do, oh God, I feel like I would murder her. But like going to the beach during like the 4th of July is just it sounds like a nightmare. Like parking, traffic, crowds, trying to find a good place to catch fire. It doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Um, it sounds like a nightmare. But maybe going to like the beach, for like a weekend trip or vacation or something like that, or if you're going with a family, like that kind of I guess makes sense. Like you're there, you're kind of hanging out. But like these day trips to the beach, oh my gosh, man, I I kind of flashed back. I feel like that's like the last time I took one that was decent, And I guess it was like back maybe when I was in high school, and it was just that whole appeal of like, oh man, let's like, get the car and gas it up and just head out, just that freedom, just to be able to do that, like after high school or whatever. But I mean, gosh, yes, since then, it's just, you get there, like I said, it's parking. I feel like there's always arguing on the way there, bickering, some kind of a fight will break out between, if you have more than two people, somebody's going to start fighting between each other. By the time you get there, you're already cranky and irritable. So then, like anything, like I said, with like parking or walking or anything, it just adds to that. And then by the time you kind of get there and get set up, unless you're staying the night, you kind of got to start packing up and getting your things together almost as soon as you kind of relax and start to find your vibe, So like, I don't know, I started thinking about it, then you get home, you got sand everywhere, and it just, I don't know, it just actually sounded like a complete nightmare. Like I said, and if that was something, like I said, if I had like a girlfriend and, it's just like, oh, let's just take a day trip to the beach. Like, okay, that sounds, let's go do it, whatever. Uh, but again, like the last time I went to the beach, I feel like it was because a Florida trip got cut short or maybe canceled because of a hurricane. So it was like last minute, let's go to Virginia Beach for the weekend. And it wasn't crowded, it wasn't busy, it wasn't like a big, you know, weekend. I think it might have been around what's the one at the end of the summer, like Memorial Day or something, Labor Day at the end of summer. I think it might have been like around Labor Day. But it wasn't very busy. It was kind of quiet. But I just remember, like, we were there for just, 2 days, like overnight. But I was just like, this is just like, what is this? Like, what are we doing here? Like, there's really nothing going on. You've got the beach, but I really don't want to get in there and get sand everywhere. And like, we're like, it's just, it was a very awful. We just walked around. We walked around the boardwalks. And I feel like that's another thing too. Like, you just always go there. There's like a boardwalk with like, I don't know, an ice cream shop that's been there for decades, some kind of a Greek restaurant that's been there for like 50 years, and then a couple pizza places and stuff, and then it's just all these like mostly gift shops, right? And you just like walk around from gift shop to gift shop, and it's the same crap in every gift shop. It's like, what the hell? It's like t-shirt, bong, knife, inflatables, sunglasses, and then you go and it's like the exact same shit, but like in a different order, like it's been flipped or something. And so I was just like, yeah, no, it's like, if I'm going to go to the beach, I'd just rather go to the beach here. Just go to the beach here, get a couple jet skis and cruise around, wait till sunset, get a nice view. It's awesome. I had to travel anywhere, waste gas. Gas is like, everyone's like, oh my God, gas prices are crazy. They go up every summer. You know why? Because people travel. They know people travel. Nobody really travels in the wintertime. There's like one or two major travel holidays, and that's it. People are vacationing and traveling every weekend. Every other week, somebody's on vacation, somebody's going somewhere, somebody's doing something, somebody's going to the beach, somebody's going to the river, somebody's going to the pool, they're visiting family, family's visiting them. That's why gas prices go up every single summer, people. That's why. Vacations. They know they can get away with it. What are you going to do? You know? It's crazy. A lot of people act like every summer. It's like, I was in the office the other day and I was like listening to people talk about how hot it is outside as they were coming in and out. And I'm like, it's never been this hot. It ain't never been this hot before. And I'm like, yeah, no, it has. I promise you it has. It won't this hot last year. No, it was. I promise you. Like it wasn't hot last summer. There was nobody complaining about the heat last summer, right? It's just, I think you forget about it. You forget how hot it was. You can start to complaining about the cold and the ice and the snow, and then summer comes along, and you're like, oh my God, I've never felt temperature so hot. It hasn't changed. It's the same. It's the same thing as the year before. You might have a couple of spikes, a couple of days that are a little bit different. I remember what last year was like people sending in like memes of like their car tires melting on the streets and their sneakers leaving like shoe prints as they were walking across the hot pavement, stuff like that. It's like, okay, Like Phoenix last year, it was, I think they like recorded, it was like 178 degrees or something. You know, it was like every summer it's record breaking. It's never been this hot. It's crazy. It's the same. I promise you, it's the same. It hasn't changed very much. I suppose like people are like, you're moving to Florida. Remember, I moved to Florida. Everyone's like, you're moving to Florida. It's hot there. It's like it's hot here. It doesn't get hot in the summertime in Virginia. Like, are you kidding me? Don't be crazy. Summer in like New York, South Carolina, North Carolina. It's hot, man. Doesn't matter where you go. But I guess that's kind of like the whole thing with this just hanging out with you guys. It's like, you know, you put things in perspective, man. Like, you know, people always like complaining and freaking out and, oh man, it's never been this hot. It's never been this bad. It has, you know. It's always been, you know, it's always been this way. Like there's not, you know, like again, Shark Week. How long is Shark? It's been a constant. You know, it's like things don't change that much. You know, people, and so I don't know. Like I don't know if there really is. Like I guess I'm trying to wrap this up into some kind of like a message. Like, you know, just be happy. I guess like for what it is. You know, like I said, like I just I don't know. Try to. Not all, it doesn't always work, you know, but it's like try to be at peace in the moment. It's like think about this actually last night, like as a kid. I remember like doing things as a kid that were like uncomfortable, maybe just to try to like see if I could do it, to see if I could like, you know, hang in there. Like I'm trying to think like, you know, sleep without a blanket, you know, like try to picture myself like, oh, like let's maybe sleep on the floor tonight with just like a towel, you know, like can I do that? And you know, like it just like really test myself and not let those little things like, you know, bother me. And like, you know, it's just there's other things I guess to complain about and to worry. I don't know. Like it's just it's interesting. Oh, Independence Day. That's another great Fourth of July movie. I was like trying to think. I know there's like another Fourth of July movie out there. I was like trying to think of one. I was like, there it is. Fourth of July, Independence Day, and Independence Day 2, which are really bad movies actually. Like forget okay, let's forget like trying to come up with a way to tie this all together. All right. Like it's just like just don't complain about the heat right now. It's like I said, we're there. We're almost in fall. It'll be fall before you know it, and then you can complain about the the ice and the snow. But just enjoy the summer days while we have them, people. That's the message. Enjoy these summer days while we have them. Make the best of what you've got. When life gives you lemons, you can either make lemonade or pass them out to your friends. But enjoy the moment. Enjoy what you have. It's not that bad. It's not that hot. It's not that deep. But God, Independence Day, man, like I remember that being like such a staple, like such an amazing feat. You know, like nobody's ever done a movie this amazing before ever with this amount of destruction and this level of like interactive like dog fights with all these like digital ships, and it shows that nobody's ever done it before. Like every time I watch this movie, whether it's like a stream version or the DVD version that I have, man, those special effects just do not age well at all. It's like I'm watching like the dog fights and like the missiles just kind of like appear in like in a vicinity of where the ships are, you know, and the laser blast. It's almost crazy. Like um, even like playing like GTA the other day, I was online in a dogfight with somebody. And I mean, we were in a dogfight for like 30 minutes. I was just fucking around with them for quite a bit. And finally, I decided just to, like, you know, show them what's what because I can't be messed with when it comes to dogfights. But anyway, I was like, you know, looking at like some footage of that. And after I, like, you know, got done messing around with this guy in this dogfight, but like looking at the footage from like this video game, and then looking at like the footage from Independence Day. God, it is brutally bad. And then like the acting. Oh man, some of the acting, the scenes don't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of people that like die in the movie, and they just kind of like, all right, next, let's go to the next thing, and like there's very little like, what's his buddy Jimmy? Will Smith's buddy Jimmy gets like blown out of the sky. He's like, Jimmy, no! And then like he takes down the alien. Um, but there's never any moment like this is for Jimmy. You know what I mean? Like this is you killed my boy. This is what you get. Like it's like Will Smith, like, he's like, Jimmy, no, like, you're my best friend. I love you. You're my brother. To a lot of, like, jokes about, like, dragging his dreadlocks through the desert. And then he's like, what's that smell? And there's not a moment with, like, him and his girlfriend where she's like, where's Jimmy? And it's like, he didn't make it. And they kind of, like, cry or anything like that. It's just like, dude's gone. And they just kind of, like, glaze right. And then, like, oh, the scene where, like, the first lady passes away, and he's like, she's sleeping, and then like the face he makes afterward, it's just it's so bad. Like, oh, and then like even how the dad dies at the end, like, spoiler alert, Randy Quaid's character sacrifices himself. um I don't know, there's like no emotion really. I don't know. It's a weird movie. Go back and watch it. It doesn't hold up very well. It's one of those like, God, how did this make it as like one of those like a big blockbuster? Oh man, I guess back in the '90s it didn't take much. Well, because I'm gonna wrap this up, go make some lunch, and get ready to really start my day officially. But this was fun. I just want to kind of hang out and I don't know, just rap a little bit, kind of start off the month with you guys. I just really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, listening to me rant and rave and vent a whole bunch of stuff from time to time. Really do appreciate you. So, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and, just continue to take care of yourself, take care of each other. Just appreciate what you got. And until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else, guys. See you later.